While we were locked up, masked up and distracted by fear, the elite were already moving to the next phase of their master plan. Take Bill Gates, who quietly became the largest private owner of farmland in America. Millions of acres. And now, he's using it against us. It's called alkaline hydrolysis, a process that dissolves human remains and raw sewage into toxic industrial sludge. Thanks to shady backdoor deals with local governments, Gates is already pumping it into local water supplies. They say it's about sustainability, but this isn't about saving the planet, it's about controlling the population. Because when they control the food and water, they control you. This is a war on humanity, and the battlefield is your body. Welcome to the next phase of the master plan. It starts with what's on your plate and what's in your tap. Before we dive in, a quick word about our partner, VP.net, the next generation of private browsing. VP.net is the only VPN designed with true zero logging architecture. That means, unlike other VPNs, it literally can't track you. So even if governments or bad actors come knocking, there's nothing to hand over. It's that simple. Your data stays yours, period. First, they smuggled horse meat into the food supply. Then came the mysterious pink slime. Now, we've got evidence of human remains and excrement in the water supply. The elite are determined to strip us of nourishing traditional meat sources and instead force feed us bugs, crickets, and even more disturbing alternatives like feces and human meat. Their agenda is becoming clearer by the day, a system where nothing is natural, everything is engineered, and human beings are reduced to obedient consumers of mysterious sludge and state-approved lies.
Along with being a proponent of population reduction, forced vaccinations, and genetically modified foods, Bill Gates is also the biggest private farm owner in America. 10 out of the 19 states in which Bill Gates owns farmland, along with at least another 10, have recently made it legal to dispose of human bodies into the municipal water supply, allowing human remains to be added into biosolid-sourced fertilizer. It's called alkaline hydrolysis and is referred to in pop culture as being very, very green. Spiritual leaders have strongly objected to alkaline hydrolysis because they say it is disrespectful to the human body, the vessel of a divine soul. And it's understandable why they say this. In alkaline hydrolysis, the human body is liquefied with lye and poured down the sewer to mix in with the community's excrement. And if that weren't bad enough, this biosludge is then collected from municipal water treatment plants and used as so-called fertilizer on factory farms. The official excuse is that it saves the government money for expensive toxic waste disposal. Meanwhile, we are all being sold food that has been grown with a toxic biosludge made up of human remains and excrement.
As usual, we were warned in advance through predictive programming buried in Hollywood films and TV shows. These aren't coincidences, they're rituals, carefully staged, deliberately revealed, and rooted in the elite's occult belief system. They follow ancient doctrines of alchemical transmutation. To them, showing their hand is a ritual, a form of implied consent. They reveal it through fiction before unleashing it in reality.
Interestingly, the dystopian movie Soylent Green took place in 2022.
They're making our food out of people. Next thing, they'll be breeding us like cattle for food. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them.
Promise, Tiger, I promise. I'll tell the exchange.
You tell everybody. Listen to me, Hatcher. You gotta tell them. Silent Green is people!
Cannibalism is the ultimate expression of barbarism, the absence of civilization and culture, extreme cruelty. One could argue that the whole purpose of civilization is to increase the amount of food available to keep humanity from turning to cannibalism. Because who on earth wants barbarism over civility and compassion?
The short answer to that question? The global elite, with Gates at the helm, and their foot soldiers in the mainstream media and entertainment industry. They're working overtime to normalize this practice before they finally admit the truth. They've been pumping the food supply with human flesh for years.
The New York Times published a piece entitled "A Taste for Cannibalism," and they promoted it by tweeting, "Cannibalism has a time and a place. Some recent books, films, and shows suggest that the time is now." The article promotes a list of recent movies and shows about cannibalism, suggesting that perhaps we should all take the cue and give it a go, as if pop culture decides the destiny of mankind. And maybe it does. There is definitely a herd mentality that finds comfort in blind obedience and will do whatever they are told by the authoritative state emerging from the shadows. And the mainstream narrative is now normalizing cannibalism. So that's what is coming if we continue accepting their offers.
If you think that's disturbing, wait till you learn about the scandal that just won't go away. According to credible estimates, McDonald's Corporation has spent upwards of $100 million and counting on legal fees attempting to brush this scandal under the carpet. And yet, the controversy continues to rumble under the surface. It gets even worse when you understand the FBI has uncovered a shocking scandal allegedly involving human remains found at a Detroit business linked to McDonald's supply of supposedly 100% beef patties. It gets even worse still when you understand that the human remains were allegedly the remains of young children. We've got the disturbing details after this important word from our sponsor. The global elite are raking in crypto billions, rigging markets to keep regular Americans like you broke. It's a deliberate wall. And as viewers of this channel already know, the globalists want you enslaved, not free. Block Trust IRA is smashing that with their Animus AI trading platform, which has been designed to outsmart the hedge fund managers so that everyday Americans have a chance at real financial independence. This is the #1 crypto platform, crowned by Bitcoin magazine from over 1,500 rivals. Thousands of ordinary Americans like you are already raking in 250% returns, backed by $200 million in military-grade security. The globalists absolutely hate this platform. It has created 80,000 new millionaires already. Block Trust IRA's mission aligns with ours. Financial freedom is the key to fighting back against the shadowy elite. So please visit tbvcrypto.com, links below, to find out more. For a limited time, they're offering my viewers up to $2,500 in bonus crypto when you open an account. Visit tbvcrypto.com and join the revolution today. Most people have no idea that every time they eat at McDonald's, they're unknowingly consuming Bill Gates' Frankenfoods.
One of the more interesting aspects to the divorce, which became official on August 2nd, 2021, is that we all got a closer look at the assets up for grabs. And Business Insider reports, we now know that Bill Gates isn't just a technology mogul. He's also an incredibly successful potato farmer. Gates owns farmland in several states that grow soybeans, corn, cotton, and rice. If you're eating carrots for dinner tonight, there's a good chance it came from his farm in Florida. But it's Gates' farmland in Washington state that's drawing the most attention. NBC reports that the plot is so large, it's visible from space. It's here that potatoes are grown, and these spuds supply the fast food chain McDonald's, where they're turned into hot, salty, and perpetually popular French fries.
Why was Gates, the man who vowed to depopulate the world, so laser-focused on partnering with McDonald's on their popular French fries? For the record, we're talking about the same French fries that contain 19 dangerous ingredients and more cancer-causing chemicals than a packet of cigarettes.
Which is worse, this pack of Marlboro Reds or this French fries from McDonald's? I'm a board-certified MD, and you're not going to believe what I'm about to tell you. Acrolein is a toxic substance known to be in the gaseous form of cigarette smoke, also known to cause cancer by harming your DNA metabolic pathways. You're not going to believe that this package of French fries has more acrolein in it than this package of smokes. Acrolein is a toxic substance. You must avoid it. You should not be feeding your children or yourself McDonald's French fries. These French fries contain more than 100 cigarettes full of acrolein. Why am I telling you this? Because people need to know.
With Gates, nothing is natural. Everything is carcinogenic, synthetic, and spiritually corrosive. From lab-grown meat to genetically modified crops, chemical-laced water to engineered vaccines. Every product he touches is part of a larger design to degrade the human body, dull the mind, and dismantle life as we know it. A slow, deliberate march towards a world where nature is outlawed, health is manufactured, and control is absolute.
We predicted this a long time ago, and now it's the future. Let's take a look.
Never underestimate the elite's obsession with degrading the human experience. For decades they've made it clear, they see us as livestock, as units, not souls. And now, we're beginning to understand what that truly means. The push to turn us into involuntary cannibals, fed human remains without consent, isn't just grotesque. It's a calculated descent into barbarism, designed to strip us of dignity, morality, and civilization, one meal at a time.
And Jim, is this part of that investigation? Is that winding down at all yet?
It is indeed, Jeff. Take a live look behind me. This is what's left of the FBI evidence recovery team inside this car. And take a look at this vehicle. We believe this is the owner of the business just returning to take back possession of his business. More on that in a second. But take a look. Another busy day out here on Detroit's east side, just down the road from City Airport. Sources say they have removed several boxes of what is believed to be human remains. Sources say many people. This was a big operation. And get this, inside this business, a saw used to cut up bodies, it is believed. All taken away as evidence to the Wayne County Medical Examiner's Office, where it will be tested. This business is known as International Biological. It advertised as a medical educational service provider. The owner is Art Rathburn. He has a mortician license, has had in Michigan since 1982. But the big question is, did he get human bodies illegally? And was he selling them illegally? Just moments ago, the owner, we believe, showed up. I tried to ask him some questions. Mr. Rathburn, will you talk with us? What do you have to hide, sir? Now, sources tell me the FBI is not out here on a fishing expedition. Mr. Rathburn is not charged with any crime. He is not in custody. They did search his house in Grosse Pointe Park on Wednesday as well. How could he get bodies that are not donated to science? This is shocking to the funeral home industry in Metro Detroit. We're going to have more on that part of this story next hour at 6. Jeff, Carolyn?
Well, Jim, obviously some extensive evidence gathering there. Are we just at the tip of the iceberg on this investigation, you think?
Could very well, and we're not clear on how long it's going to take to do the testing of what is believed human remains. But get this, you had a death in your family, you thought there was a burial or a cremation, and then you find out the body ended up here. Shocking, to say the least.
Certainly so. A lot of questions remain tonight, Jim. Thank you.
This isn't just an American issue, it's global. Since 2015, children's teeth have been discovered in McDonald's sausages, hash browns, and pancakes across multiple Japanese cities. And in 2018, yet another disturbing case, a child's tooth found inside a sausage McMuffin. At the time, McDonald's Japan held emergency press conferences, but conspicuously avoided explaining how human remains ended up in their food. But they did admit that the meat was sourced from their US headquarters. Who were these children? Where did they come from? And more importantly, why isn't anyone asking the right questions? Why the silence from the media, the authorities, and the so-called watchdogs? And why are the global elites so obsessed with feeding us human remains? This isn't about accidents or supply chain errors. It's a system designed to break the human spirit by making us complicit in something unspeakable. Here at The People's Voice, we're determined to continue exposing the crimes of the elite, but we need your help. So please subscribe to the channel, tell your friends and family about us, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. We can't do it without you.